Seriously guys, Govee's new AI gaming HDMI Syncbox 2 has completely destroyed the competition. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links, and if you have any questions on this, drop them in the comment section below. So let's jump right in and check it out. This new AI Syncbox 2 features 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs, supporting 8K at 60Hz, 4K at 144Hz, and 2K at 240Hz. There's 2 versions of this Syncbox available. One's aimed at your living room TV setup for movies and gaming, with there being 2 size options available for the LEDs. There's a 55 to 65 inch version and a 75 to 85 inch version. The other Syncbox, which is the Govee AI Syncbox Kit 2, is aimed at your gaming desk, with 1 size option for the LEDs, which is for monitors from 27 inches to 34 inches. Both Syncboxes are identical in performance, matching the contents on the screen and translating that to the LEDs that are connected, with it featuring Govee's AI CogniGlow algorithm. Taking a closer look at both the Syncboxes, they look very similar, finished in matte black with Govee written on top. On the side there's 2 buttons, with one being a power button and the other lets you switch HDMI inputs. Ports wise, they both have a power input, and it's great to see it has 4 HDMI 2.1 input ports. There's 1 HDMI 2.1 output port and a Type-C input for the LED strip light, but the Syncbox for the gaming desk has an additional port allowing you to connect the light bars. Packaging wise, they both come with 2 HDMI cables, clips to help with securing the LED backlights in place, some documentation, a power adapter with a DC connector, a power cable, some alcohol prep pads, and the LED backlights. But the gaming desk package in addition comes with the light bars, some screws, a screwdriver, and some feet for the light bars. Setting up the LED strip light on the back of my TV, which is the 65-inch LG G4 OLED, start by cleaning the back of the TV with a cloth to remove any dust, and then clean the area with an alcohol prep pad where you will be sticking down the light strip. You should start by sticking the light strip on either the left or right bottom corner of the TV and work your way round. Once you've stuck the light strip, you can keep the wires on the corners in position by using these clips provided. Then connect the light strip using the USB-C cable to the HDMI Syncbox. Using one of the HDMI cables provided, connect one side to the TV output port on the Syncbox and the other end to your TV. I'll be connecting my PS5 and Xbox Series X to the HDMI input connections on the Syncbox, and finally connect the DC power cable. I'll then slot the Syncbox into the gap between my TV mounting bracket and then plug in the power adapter. Setting up the Syncbox in the Govee app is simple. Make sure you have Bluetooth turned on. Click on the plus icon in the corner and you'll see it pick up the device pretty quickly. Follow the on-screen prompts, and once added, you can give it a specific name and then click done. You're able to add it to your Wi-Fi network, but you don't have to do this, as you can just control it via Bluetooth. A couple of things worth mentioning about using the Syncbox. It can only sync input signals from HDMI ports that are plugged directly into the Syncbox. So if you had a smart TV, it won't sync with any of the built-in apps, or if you're using your TV with an aerial plugged in, this also won't sync. And the AI is only relevant for gaming and has no effect when you're watching a movie, for example. If you turn off the Syncbox via the button on the device or via the app, and you have any devices on, the signal will pass through. They'll continue to work, but if you turn the power off on the Syncbox via the plug, then any input signal won't be displayed. Now testing this out, and seriously, this is a massive leap forward since last year when Govee introduced their first AI gaming Syncbox, which only supported HDMI 2.0. Performance is awesome, with it being much more accurate, with their new LEDs being RGB ICW. It has 75 LEDs per meter with improved brightness levels, and I can tell it's much brighter than the LEDs on their previous Syncbox, providing a high definition picture quality experience. Colors replicate really well across all the LED strip, and color representation is smooth with no lag, as the light strip is plugged directly into the Syncbox. Unlike the Philips Hue Syncbox, where it communicates via the Zigbee protocol, so no lights are actually directly plugged in to the Philips Hue Syncbox. Now with the color wheel transitioning, colors on the LEDs are transitioning really well, and accuracy is spot on with no lag and no delay. You can also adjust the saturation level, and I found that adjusting it to 75% worked well, and there's also a color calibration which I found was fine to leave on the defaults. Watching movies or TV shows, it works really well with the colors from the LEDs expanding beyond the screen, giving a great immersive viewing experience. When you're watching movies with a letterbox effect or with captions on, it doesn't reduce the lighting on the strip light, but it does seem a little flickery. So to fix this, there is an option in the app for black bar elimination, which ignores the top and bottom black bars, helping to match the colors to the content. It even works really well in dead zones, and this is where the light levels are low or dimmer than the rest of the screen. In the app, there's an option called blank screen settings, which automatically switches off the sync box when no output is detected, and you can set timers on this. One of the things the sync box lacked was the ability to auto switch input sources automatically. So for example, if my PS5 was on and selected via the sync box, and I then turned on my Xbox, it wouldn't automatically switch over to that source, but you can change sources by clicking the button on the sync box or select the HDMI port in the app. Now I've connected up the sync box to my Xbox Series X, and looking at the settings, you can see in TV details that everything is ticked as the HDMI sync box supports HDMI 2.1. In video mode, everything is supported, including VRR and auto low latency mode, so excellent to see this. The AI algorithm that the sync box uses is the one thing that sets it apart from the competition to give it the edge. And what this provides is customized lighting depending on certain game actions through Govee's CogniGlow, which learns through over 100,000 characteristics of the picture, color, and other information of a single game. It analyzes a game's characteristics during gameplay and the game architecture for each game, providing more than 30 customized game lighting effects. The list of games supported has increased since their first sync box, with Govee updating this to support up to 40 games by the end of the year. Now, one of the advantages of this sync box is that it can support 4K at 144 Hz. So if you had a gaming PC connected to it and you had a TV capable of supporting that higher refresh rate in 4K, which mine can, as I have an LG G4 OLED, you're going to have quite an insane gaming experience. And here I'm showing a side-by-side comparison with the one on the left running at 4K 144 Hz and the one on the right is running at 4K 120 Hz, working really well. Now playing Fortnite, I've left all the colors on default and animations in the AI lighting effects, and you can see when diving the LEDs all go blue and green, and when there's a kill they go red. The response is accurate with the in-game actions, and when you're moving around the screen where the colors match accurately to the colors on the screen. There's no lag from what I can see, and Govee say it's 99% accurate, and to be honest, color matching is really fast and accurate. I've played a number of different games that are supported with the AI sync box, and performance has been really good, with the visual effects being really immersive and drawing you into the game even more. Even in the faster scenes with the colours replicating from the screen to the LED light strip is excellent, with zero delay, and graphics look smooth with Govee supporting HDR10, Dolby Vision and auto low latency, giving awesome visuals. But at some points I did feel the colour did occasionally feel slightly washed out, but not to the extent to make this a deal breaker. The new AI sync box even supports Dream View, allowing you to sync it with other Govee lights, with it capable of supporting up to 10 devices, which takes the immersive lighting experience in your room to another level, and seriously, it works so well. Moving on to the AI Sync Box Kit 2 for your gaming desk. For this setup, you just need to screw in the feet on the Lightbars and connect it to the other Type-C port on the sync box. Performance on this is just the same as on a TV sync box, with the high definition picture quality being excellent, translating the contents to the LEDs really well with no lag. The sync box can support a number of different resolutions and refresh rates, which I've displayed on the screen. So in 1080p at 360 Hz, 2K at 240 Hz with a 16:9 aspect ratio. But when I was testing at 2K, the maximum refresh rate I could get was 165 Hz, and at 1080p I was getting 240 Hz. But this is an early release of the sync box that I was reviewing, so these restrictions should be resolved in future firmware updates. Performance on a PC was just as good as using the sync box on my TV with a console, so really impressed. But if you owned a monitor capable of giving a higher resolution and refresh rate than 4K 144Hz, 2K at 240Hz, or even 1080p at 360Hz, then you'd have to adapt the resolution for something more compatible with the sync box. So something to keep in mind if you are purchasing this. So in summary, I'm really impressed with Govee's new AI Gaming Sync Box 2, giving a really immersive experience when watching movies, TV shows and gaming, with it giving full support on the current gen gaming consoles, so on either your PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X. They've improved the lighting over their previous sync, with this one using a RGB ICW LED strip which has 75 LEDs per meter, making it even brighter. The AI technology is pretty impressive, with its integration on certain games where the list of supported games is continuously increasing, and they even give you the ability to customize their color effects, giving an accurate display of colors even in fast scenes with a low latency. It supports 4K at 144Hz, giving it the advantage over all the sync boxes currently on the market at the moment, and you're even able to use DreamView to link up to 10 devices, which works really well. Price wise, the sync box and strip light comes in at $239 for the 55 to 65 inch kit, and the 75 to 85 inch kit coming in at just $259. The sync kit with light bars and strip light costs $279, making it quite competitive in comparison to the competition, providing a lot of functionality for your money. Negatives wise, the sync box only works on HDMI inputs, meaning it won't work with inbuilt apps on a smart TV or any signals that don't go via the sync box, which is actually the same on all sync box currently on the market. And on a PC, I wasn't able to hit the higher refresh rates of 2K at 240Hz and 1080p at 360Hz, but I'm pretty sure this should be resolved in a future firmware update. So there you have it, you've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing one of these new AI sync boxes from Govee. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links, and if you have any questions on this, let me know in the comment section below. For those of you who've got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with AI sync box, as it's awesome to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on my socials, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.